So here's something that also makes your cutting easier depending on what your project is. So let's say I have it laid out exactly how I want it, and I don't want to have to deal with doing the blue buffalo and the Tammy separately, right? Because they're the same color. So you can actually have them cut in line with each other. So with this particular image, I want to be careful because I don't obviously want the red to be attached to these two blue pieces. So if I start with, you can see where my mouse is, right below where the red is, so that I make sure I'm highlighting a part of the blue buffalo. It'll include all of it. And then the blue writing, I'm going to attach those. What that does now on my mat when I go to make it is it is going to cut it so that they're lined up with each other. So that way you don't have to worry. And let's say this was a wine glass, right? It, when I put the buffalo on, that I have to put Tammy on separately, and now, oops, I put it on Cricut underneath that. So that is just kind of a little trick. If you're doing something that's the same color, make sure those images or words or whatever it is are all highlighted, and you click attach. The last thing I want to show you is how to slice something. So let's say I want to do a heart, and I bring that in. And for this example, I'm going to delete this. Again, you can highlight lots of stuff by just dragging, and I'm deleting that. So let's say I want to do a heart, but I want to put Go Bills in the middle of it. What I can do is I can actually cut out a piece of whatever my image is. So I'm going to just bring a square into my canvas. Again, images are automatically locked. So for this one, I'm going to unlock it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stretch this out, and I'm going to say, okay, I want to cut a stripe in the middle of this heart so that I can remove it, and then I can put my text. So now I have it where I want to slice it. It's almost like if you think of like, I want to put this rectangular cookie cutter over this and cut this out. I'm going to highlight it. You can only have two layers. So I have the heart and the rectangle, and I'm going to slice. Takes a second. Now I'm going to move this, and I'm just going to click delete on my keyboard, delete on my keyboard, delete. And now I can put, let's say, Go Bills. And I can drag that into the center. And again, I might want to resize it. If you want to make sure something's perfectly centered, what I would do with an image like this is I would make sure that I'm right on one of my grid lines, right at that center point. So you can see this is lined up. And that way, when I take my image, I can make sure that that middle part, that little white rectangle near the B is the center point. So I can make sure that that is centered on that grid line there. You can also, if you only want to move a smidge, you can use the arrows on your actual keyboard. So I'm moving up with the arrows, I'm moving down, and then I'm moving that away. Okay. So if that's what you wanted to do, again, if I were to click make, I'm going to always do on mat. It's going to want to separate it. So just like we just talked about when it comes to combining like colors, if these were the same colors, and again, it doesn't matter that it's gray on the screen, as long as I put whatever color vinyl I want to use, I can make it red or whatever. I want to highlight this, and then I want to attach these so that now when I go to make, it's going to cut them on the mat together. So this image will be all together, and it will obviously all be the same color if it's together on the mat. I think that is mostly everything. If you have any questions, text me. Bye.